As the leaves begin to fall and the air turns crisp, autumn invites us to embrace simplicity. Minimalist design is not about empty spaces but about creating room for clarity and calm. In this season of abundance, less truly becomes more. Imagine opening your door to a space that feels light, intentional, and warm. A place where every object serves a purpose and speaks softly to the soul. Think of it as curating rather than decorating. Each item in your home should tell a story, whether it's a ceramic vase on the table or a woolen throw on the sofa. By reducing visual clutter, you allow the beauty of autumn itself to step into the spotlight. A single candle glowing on a wooden shelf can transform a room into a sanctuary. Minimalism is about stripping away what doesn't serve you, and autumn makes this practice poetic. The season itself teaches us to let go, as trees shed their leaves to prepare for new growth. Your home can echo this rhythm, keeping only what feels right and letting go of the rest. Picture an entryway with a simple wooden bench, a soft scarf draped casually, and a single dried leaf resting in a bowl. This gentle composition whispers autumn without excess, reminding you of the beauty in restraint. Color defines the mood of a room, and autumn's palette provides the perfect inspiration for minimalist design. Instead of bold reds or oranges, think muted terracotta, creamy beige, and soft taupe. These shades echo the earth as it prepares for rest, creating a space that feels both cozy and uncluttered. A minimalist autumn home thrives on restraint, but restraint doesn't mean bland. Adding subtle depth with tones of sand, clay, and ivory can make a room feel grounded. These hues serve as a quiet backdrop, allowing textures and small details to shine without overwhelming the senses. This palette also works seamlessly with natural materials. Wood, linen, and stone take on a glow against warm neutrals, creating harmony between indoors and the changing outdoors. You don't need many colors, you need the right tones in the right places. Imagine a living room where walls are painted in soft ivory, a clay-colored throw lies across a neutral sofa, and a terracotta vase holds a single sprig of dried grass. The entire space feels like a gentle sigh of autumn. Autumn has a way of showing us beauty in its simplest forms. By bringing nature indoors, you invite that seasonal poetry into your living space. A single branch with golden leaves in a glass vase speaks louder than a dozen store-bought decorations. Minimalism thrives when you allow the natural world to be your art. The beauty of nature is that it requires no embellishment. A pine cone resting on a shelf, a bowl filled with smooth stones, or a cluster of dried leaves can become sculptural statements. These small touches ground you, reminding you of cycles larger than yourself. You don't need to fill your home with seasonal decor. Instead, choose a few meaningful elements that reflect the outdoors. Let them breathe, giving each object space to be noticed and appreciated. A bare branch on a white wall can be as striking as an elaborate painting. Picture a dining table with a linen runner, a simple wooden bowl holding acorns, and sunlight filtering across a single amber leaf. The space feels alive yet uncluttered, a celebration of nature in its purest form. Minimalism can sometimes feel cold, but autumn offers the perfect solution: texture. By layering tactile materials, you create warmth without adding visual noise. Think of chunky knits, raw wood, and soft wool that invite touch while keeping the space serene. Textures also replace the need for excess decor. A plain linen pillow can be as decorative as a patterned one if its weave is rich and inviting. When you strip away patterns and clutter, the quality of materials becomes the star. The key is balance. One or two textured items per space can be enough to create depth and interest. A knitted throw on the couch or a woven basket by the door can transform a room into a seasonal haven without overwhelming its simplicity. Imagine a bedroom with crisp white sheets, a taupe wool blanket folded at the edge, and a single wicker basket holding autumn magazines. The room feels warm, lived in, and understated, autumn made minimal. Minimalist autumn design thrives when function and beauty coexist. Instead of filling shelves with seasonal trinkets, choose pieces that serve a purpose. A clay mug, a woven throw, or a wooden tray can all double as both useful and decorative. Functional decor ensures that your home stays uncluttered. Every piece earns its place, which prevents excess and makes cleaning easier. In autumn, think about what you'll actually use: extra blankets, candles, mugs, and storage baskets. This approach also gives your home an authentic seasonal rhythm. When you sip tea from a handmade mug or light a candle as the sun sets early, the experience itself becomes the decor. Autumn isn't staged, it's lived. Picture a simple coffee table with a wooden tray, holding a ceramic mug of steaming tea, a beeswax candle, and a folded linen napkin. Each item is both beautiful and necessary, embodying minimalist autumn living. As days grow shorter and nights longer, lighting becomes the soul of autumn minimalism. Instead of relying on bright overhead lights, think of layered, soft sources that create intimacy. A single lamp with a warm bulb can transform an entire corner into a retreat. Minimalist design benefits from shadows as much as light. By keeping illumination low and intentional, you create contrast and depth without cluttering the eye. Think in terms of pools of light, where each area feels like its own story waiting to unfold. Candles, lanterns, and simple table lamps become heroes of the season. Their glow adds both functionality and atmosphere without overwhelming a space. The key is to spread them out so that each one feels purposeful, not decorative excess. Imagine a quiet living room with a linen-covered sofa, a single floor lamp casting a warm glow, and 3 beeswax candles flickering on a low wooden table. The shadows dance gently, wrapping the room in understated coziness. Minimalism doesn't mean avoiding seasonal touches altogether, it's about curating them mindfully. A single pumpkin, carefully placed, can say more than a dozen scattered throughout a room. By choosing fewer accents, you amplify their presence. Mindful decor asks you to consider intention. Instead of impulse buying, select objects that feel meaningful or reusable. A handmade ceramic bowl filled with seasonal fruit can carry more soul than any store-bought centerpiece. This restraint allows the accents you do choose to shine. Their simplicity will feel refreshing, a counterbalance to the excess often associated with autumn decoration. Less becomes striking, not sparse. Picture a minimalist dining table where a single pale pumpkin rests on a linen runner, accompanied by a sprig of eucalyptus in a slim glass vase. The scene is clean, graceful, and deeply seasonal. Before adding autumn decor, the most powerful step is subtraction. Decluttering makes room for the season to enter your home naturally. By clearing shelves and emptying surfaces, you allow light, air, and autumn details to breathe. The act of decluttering is seasonal in itself. Just as trees release their leaves, you can release items that no longer serve. It's both practical and symbolic, creating space for new experiences and memories to grow. Decluttering doesn't mean removing everything. It means keeping what feels intentional and letting go of distractions. A single vase on a shelf is more impactful when not competing with clutter. Imagine a quiet hallway where once crowded hooks now hold only a single wool coat and a scarf. A wooden bench stands bare except for a small ceramic dish, holding a single autumn leaf. Minimalist autumn design isn't only about objects, it's about experiences. Seasonal rituals anchor your home in meaning, making the space feel alive with intention. Drinking tea by candlelight, reading under a blanket, or gathering leaves for a simple display all become part of the design. Rituals also prevent the urge to over-decorate. When you're focused on creating experiences, you see that you don't need much to set the mood. A daily walk to collect acorns or lighting a candle at dusk becomes your way of celebrating the season. This practice transforms your home into a place of rhythm and calm. Instead of rushing to fill it with more, you allow the energy of small, repeated acts to carry the atmosphere. The minimalist beauty comes from how you live, not just what you place. Picture a low wooden table with a single open book, a ceramic mug of herbal tea steaming gently, and a beeswax candle casting golden light across the page. A lived-in ritual captured in stillness. Autumn invites stillness, and minimalism allows space for silence to exist in your home. Negative space, the empty areas, becomes as important as the filled ones. It's in this silence that autumn whispers most clearly. When you resist filling every corner, you give your home room to breathe. That breathing room allows textures, colors, and natural elements to shine. A bare wall, instead of looking empty, becomes a canvas for shadows and light. This balance also reduces stress. Instead of walking into a space crowded with visual noise, you enter one that feels calm and open. Your home becomes a retreat from the outside world, where silence is not absence but presence. Imagine a minimalist living room where one wall holds nothing but the soft play of afternoon light, while a single chair rests nearby with a wool blanket folded neatly. Silence becomes visible. In the end, minimalist autumn design is about living fully with less. It's not about denying beauty but about distilling it, keeping only what enriches your space and spirit. Autumn, with its quiet transformations, naturally aligns with this philosophy. Embracing simplicity means savoring the season more deeply. Instead of chasing trends or filling rooms with decor, you slow down to appreciate the warmth of a blanket, the scent of a candle, the colors outside your window. This approach turns your home into a mindful reflection of the season. Each object, each ritual, each pause becomes intentional. You find abundance not in clutter, but in clarity and connection. Picture a minimalist home with open shelves, a single autumn branch in a vase, and golden light spilling through the window onto a linen-draped table. A quiet ode to fall's simplicity.